Beth, happy birthday from your brother. I thought I'd send you something of a more personal nature. Something where you could see your little brother on this most auspicious of occasions, this very important birthday of yours. So I want to say happy birthday. The best way to celebrate it, I think, is really for us to talk about the time we spent together, our childhood. I thought we'd take a little walk down memory lane and talk about those years. After all, Beth, they are the most important years of your life. I've read about your childhood and the effect it has on you, and many psychiatrists and psychologists and counselors, they all believe that it forms really the foundation of who you become, for good or evil, success or failure. That your very personality is formed when you're young, in your childhood, in those elementary school years and those preschool years. In fact, if you go through therapy, and I've been through quite a bit, if you go through therapy, you find out that yeah, your childhood forms who you are, and the love or the lack of love, the concern or the lack of it, the comfort, the care, the security, all of this that you get from your parents and your siblings, or don't get, that really forms the basis of who you are. So we're going to talk about some great times of our childhood, but let's not sugarcoat this on some level. I mean, every brother and sister has a struggle or a disagreement now and then. We're no different. I mean, I love you, you love me. I know you do. But we had our unpleasantries, and let's just get them out of the way first, okay? Then we'll talk about the great times. Beth, you used to kick me a lot. Yeah, a lot. And you kicked me hard in places where men and boys don't want to be kicked, Beth. I mean, I don't really remember much of it. It's so long ago. But yeah, you used to kick me. You had those, I mean, you really had strong legs. All that ballet, running track, cheerleading. Boy, you were really strong in the legs, lower body, and you'd irritate me, and then you'd run to get me to chase you, and you'd jump on the couch, and when I got near you, you'd kick me, and you'd kick me hard, Beth. You'd kick me from behind sometimes when I wasn't even expecting it. So I got nervous about things, and it made me worry. It made me nervous. I don't know. Just you never knew. You never knew what was going to happen from one moment to the next. You never knew what disaster, kind of, But a long time ago, Beth, and I've forgotten most of it. I mean, who would remember all this stuff? You're talking decades ago. So it's something that I'm really not that concerned about with now. Don't worry about things like that anymore. Anyway, Beth, do you remember the time you cut my hair? I do. Do you know how Daddy was? He wanted me to have a crew cut, and no one had them, Beth, by 1967 when I was starting the 4th grade. Nobody had a crew cut. And I finally was able to grow my hair out. I think he was on TDY and was out of the country, and I was growing my hair out a little bit, just a little hair, Not anywhere. This would have been wild back in '67, what I have now. But just a little bit of hair, but just a little. And you said, because school was getting close, and you said, you cut it for me, for school. And you put a bowl on my head, Beth, and you cut my hair. Funny thing, the bowl's straight, the haircut wasn't. Dad came home from work, saw it, took me to the barber, and I got another crew cut. I was the only kid. I cried, Beth. I cried on the way to school. I was the only kid in the 4th grade with a crew cut. Only one. But you know, you would have never done that on purpose. I mean, it was an accident. So, you know, you wouldn't be out to get me or anything. So, you know, I bring it up because, you know, we get these things out of the way, and we're going to talk about the really fun times we had. And we'll talk about those. Hey, I know. You remember, hey, Mom can tell you, Rose can tell you, I was the star of numerous plays in high school. But where did I get my start, Beth? Where did I get that show business bug? Why, you know, it was you. You got me in those plays, those summers in Tallahassee. I'd play Captain Kirk or Vic Morrow's role in the television show Combat or Lost in Space. We'd put on these plays, and Rose would have a role, I'd have a role, and some kids would have a role. And, you know, you would get everybody there, you would collect the money, and you'd get the whole thing going. You'd get it organized. And I think you'd charge 25 cents a head, Beth. There would be 15, 16, 17 kids there, $3, $4 a show, and we put on, I don't know, 8, 9 of them a year, 10 of them a year in the summer, once a week, you know. And the funny thing about that, Beth, is Rose and I remember those plays. We talk about them. But we can't remember ever getting even a nickel of that money, Beth. I mean, you collected it. Yeah, we don't remember any of it. So, you know, maybe we got it and we just forgot about it, you know. I don't know, Beth. This is a long time ago, though. It's a long time ago, and I don't really worry about it too much anymore. It doesn't bother me. Things from my childhood never have really bothered me much because I kind of stress the good memories, Beth, the good ones. Oh, wait, look at that. Always remove your hat in the presence of a gentleman. Yeah. Well, Beth. Well, we had some good times, Beth. I think I came out fine. And you turned out great, and Rose turned out great. Of course, I'm broke now and have nothing hardly, and I got some other problems. But overall, I mean, I'm fine, you know. Yeah, well, anyway, I've loved taking this memory lane journey with you, Beth. I only have the fondest recollections of our childhood. You know, I hope you're enjoying this special, wondrous day. So, happy birthday, and see you around.